Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. I'm Kristi Shive, and this morning we're visiting with Kelly Burgess. She's the Allen County Family and Consumer Sciences Agent. Good morning, Kelly.
Hi, Kristi.
Well, Kelly, today you are going to talk to us about picky eaters.
Yes, and that's definitely something that I'm sure everyone has dealt with, whether it's you or whether it's a loved one or a child at some point. But this is really an issue that we should think about and target all throughout the year so that whenever it is the holiday time or it is time for a family meal, maybe with extended family, we don't run into a fit of, I don't like this. And so some of the things that contribute to being, a picky eater, having that as a problem in your family is mealtimes being inconsistent, or just playing the role of the short order cook, as we sometimes say, and eating on the go. So all of these things are things that are kind of normal parts of our lives, but can make it a little bit more stressful for kiddos.
Now, what are some factors that can make mealtimes stressful for families with picky eaters?
A little bit of it is a stressful eating environment. So we want to eliminate distractions from the eating environment. And then also being a role model for your child. If you're asking your child to eat something that they don't see you eating, that can be something as well. So offering a variety of foods that your child can choose from, but not forcing those foods on your child.
Are there rules for child feeding? And as a parent, what am I supposed to do?
Yes. So I like to use Ellen Satter. She is the author of Secrets of Feeding a Healthy Family, as kind of the gold standard. And so she defines a separation of roles between parent and child. The parent or adult's role is to decide what is served, where, and when the food is served. And then the child gets to decide if they're going to eat it and how much they're going to eat. So that kind of takes the stress off of the parent a little bit to make their child eat something, because their role is to provide and set up a healthy mealtime, and then the child can choose if they participate.
So the parents are really setting the stage for the mealtime environment. How can they set the stage, Kelly?
One of the things is the approach or the way that we talk about foods that maybe we dislike. So instead of saying, you need to eat this, ask, how can I make this better for you? What would make this food better if it is something you dislike? Also, as we mentioned, kind of providing that structured mealtime, a consistent something where we sit down that children can rely on, where they don't have to worry about what mealtime is going to look like tonight. Also, not pressuring them, as we mentioned, but having those expectations of this is the proper behavior at a mealtime.
Now, Kelly, you mentioned that sometimes dealing with a picky eater is stressful. So how do we know if a child is consuming enough?
This is something that I find super fascinating. Children are actually born with an innate ability to know how much they need to eat. So they respond to their feelings of hunger and fullness. They will stop eating when they are not hungry anymore. So kind of rejecting the idea of the clean plate club, or finishing everything that's on their plate. Some days your child might be really hungry and want more, and that's great. And some days they might stop before you think that they have eaten enough. So if the parent is fulfilling the role of providing, what we eat and when, you can rely and trust your child to decide how much that they need to eat.
Kelly, do you have any practical tips for us to try today?
Yes, a couple things that I think are very effective is offering the food in different forms. So we know that children, it takes multiple times for them to try something. But maybe for a new vegetable, maybe they want to try it raw. Maybe they want to try it cut up in different shapes with another food that they already like. Maybe one time they try it cooked. So kind of offering things in different forms to figure out maybe which form, maybe it's just a texture issue. Maybe they don't like it mushy and cooked, but maybe they would eat it raw. Another thing is to require your child to taste it. We don't want to make them finish a portion, but we can ask that they at least taste whatever it is. And then also, like I said, offering, how can I make this better for you? Instead of just, I don't like this, I don't want to eat it.
Some really good points, Kelly. Thank you so much for being here. If you are watching and have more questions, be sure to contact your local extension office. Thanks for watching, and we hope you have a great day.